This is how we do it in Alcoy this morning. I love chopping wood. It's one of the best things I know. It sounds kind of odd, but I would do that any day if I could. And it's one of the biggest lessons I've gotten from it, actually, and that's the title of this video. You know, I guess must be 16 or 18 years ago. My dad, we were firing with wood at home, and he obviously was looking for wood for the winter, I believe. And he didn't know he would have wood for the next 4 or 5 years, but he would. would. In the back of our property we have a forest, and the local government had tipped over or chopped down 80 huge trees, like humongous, big, tall, big trees. And they were all laying down there, and he went down to ask, what's the possibility of me taking that wood? And he got it for a very cheap price if he did all the work himself, and he said yes, without knowing what the heck he was getting himself into, because he had only himself and 3 sons who were only about, I believe I was 10 or 12, I forget, but around there. And then I had a younger brother, and of just 20 months younger, and 4.5 years younger than me. So he basically was all by himself, because he had to saw out every single piece of those 80 trees and chop it all up, and had to drive it all the way around another forest to our property, load it off, and take it into our shed for storage for the winter and forever, for as long as we had it. And he didn't know what he was getting himself into. After 1 day of work, 1 day, he was so smashed, so worked up, that he laid in bed, and he had said to me that he never knew how in the world he would ever get through that. And at home he has his lessons learned from this experience, because it took him a long time. I guess it took us a long time, because of course we helped as much as we could. But I guess it shows that one piece at a time you'll make it, and to never give up even though it's tough. I learned a lot from that, because I saw my dad work every single day on this, and he had his job. He had his own work, full time, and he had this big side project going at the same time. And also, I began to learn a lot from that, and what you just saw there is actually one of the biggest lessons I have from my life and from that time in my life, because I started a tantrum every time I was chopping wood, because I chopped wood every single day for I don't know how long. Every single day I chopped wood, and I loved it. But sometimes it was not fun, because sometimes you got a piece that was so tough that it had, I don't know what you call them, but when there's a branch going out of a tree, it creates some kind of friction in the wood, so it's very tough to chop through. So many of those were extremely tough, especially when if it was a big piece or whatever. But the only way you could chop it up was to keep going and never give up, and that was my tantrum: never, never, never give up. And it has stuck with me forever, because I've never given up on anything, even though I feel like it's been very close, and feel like I actually have. It seems like I've kept going anyway, and I think it's one of the most important things, to always keep going and never give up on anything. Never give up on your dreams. Never give up on yourself. Never give up on the people, even though they may have not treated you well. They maybe shouldn't be in your life, but never give up on anything. Never give up on what you believe in. Never give up on what you're pursuing. And we need those lessons in life. And 4 to 5 years ago, I was working through a workbook, a self-help workbook, and I wrote down many goals. 2 of the 3 things that I wrote down was I wanted to write a book, and I wanted to travel to conferences and travel the world, which I have for now 4.5 years. I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud that I've been able to take those steps outside of my comfort zone and do it. And I want to help other people do that same thing, because I know that so many people have the potential to do whatever they want. And it really takes the step outside of that, because the steps will show. The third thing that I wrote down also is something that I am not going into specifics with, because it's going to be a secret still, for me at least, to share. But I always wanted to be in a movie. And over the last 6 months that has happened. I've been a part of a movie now. And it's in production, and hopefully will be out maybe during next year sometime. It's kind of a movie/documentary. And I'm not going into details with that, but I wrote that down in that self-help book as well. And that has happened also. And it's the planting of seeds in your mind, planting the seeds in what you want to create in your life and what you want to happen and manifest in your life. But the only way you can get to that is to never give up on it. To always believe that you can go towards those things, and you don't need to know how it will happen, because it will happen. It will happen just like you meeting the love of your life. You can expect that to happen, and it happens out of random. It happens because you attract it. We attract what we are, so we might as well put something in us that is good, so we can attract something that is good and something that we want. So never, never, never give up on anything. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on yourself. Keep believing. Keep going forward. And I'll help you to do so. Chop wood. Never, never, never give up. That's the word for the day. Be well and safe on your unique journey. Until next time. See ya.